Okay, it's time for us to be really honest here. A lot of us, me and you, we don't know what we're doing. This is our first time living. This is our first time leading, and we don't know what we're doing. We don't know where we're going, and we don't know what the future holds. But what we do know is that we're capable. We are able, and we are learning and improving 1% every day. And that is the goal of the whole plan, really. If you're doing better or striving to be better, do better, and achieve more every single day, and you have a plan, the likelihood of you failing is slim to none, especially when you extend this time over 5+ years. And you don't have to tell people you don't know where you're going. You just need to operate in confidence and faith. Confidence in your abilities, the hard work, discipline, and knowledge that you would have put in, but also you would have put in your trust and faith in God. And you know He's not going to leave you there by yourself. When you start to put all of these aspects together into one pot over an extended period of time, I'm absolutely confident that it will be a change. I myself have implemented these things into my routine, and I'm confident that I'm going to get somewhere, because what I'm doing, there's no one that is doing what I'm doing in my career. There's no one that has the mindset that I have at my age, and the direction I'm heading is to fill bigger shoes than I could ever imagine. And that's something that I want as a leader. Now, I know what I'm doing to get there. I don't need the validation from anybody to know if I'm making the right choice or not. I'll find out in time. So I'll tell you this: make a plan, get the knowledge you need, figure out what you're going to do, and just do it. If you fail, so what? Just do it. Just do it. Because if you are waiting for the perfect opportunity or the perfect chance, it may never come. Or when it will come, it'll be too late, and someone else will snatch up the opportunity. Day one is day one. So just get to it. Get to it. There's nothing to be afraid of. Well, there is something to be afraid of, but in the grand scheme of things, if it fails, it fails. If you're doing everything that you need to do to succeed, if it fails, it fails. And if it does fail, it's out of your control. It was destined to fail anyway. So why be so frustrated with yourself? Why be so bothered? Why be so pressed? I don't see the point. And you know, I'll say it again. As leaders, we'll make mistakes. We'll make decisions. We'll change plans. But one thing we can do is take responsibility, be accountable, and make decisions. Making the hard decisions is not easy, of course. But making the best decisions, the good decisions, is so rewarding. So rewarding. especially at a young age like me. I'm 23. I'm 23. I I still like to think that I don't have any time to mess up, but in a similar token, I do have time to make some mistakes. I'm not even 25 as yet, but I am dotting my I's and crossing my T's, most definitely. Now, for people who are my age and younger, they're taking that idea, that concept that you have so much time that this is the perfect opportunity to do stupid, ridiculous things and try different things and be adventurous and do this, that, and the next. And it's so sad because when they do decide to settle down or get themselves together, a lot of them will be starting from the bottom, which is what a lot of our generation would have started 5, 7, 10 years ago. People who are 20 when they're 30, if they started from 20 versus when they're 30, they would have a decade worth of skills or investments or opportunities or improvements. Instead of waiting until you're 30, the big 30, to get your life together, to get serious about the decisions that you're making. But it all comes down to being intentional, having a plan, staying disciplined and focused on that plan, and just getting started. Just getting started. I think it's a blessing that I have this mindset, and that's why I'm making this video, because I'd want a lot more of the people my age and younger to do the same. Just do something with your time, with your effort, with your life, with your money. Going out to party, going out to clubs, spending a lot of money on women, short-term pleasures, self-indulgence, like these things. I've learned really quickly that these things are so short-term, and I wouldn't say they're senseless, but they're not even sustainable dopamine responders. Like the dopamine hit that you get from a lot of these vices and opportunities and experiences, they don't really stick very long. They're not really enjoyable. They don't really give you the same hit and the same kick. But how am I gonna put this? It's better you be sober than to be addicted to failure. It's better that you be sober minded than to be addicted to anything, really. If you're trying to lead, it'll cost you if you're not sober, because it'll go back to what I said before. You don't know where you're going, but at least you're confident, and you can show that confidence. You are confident in your ability. But if you're not sober minded, that's when the insecurities are going to come up. That's when the shortcomings are going to come up. That's when the inconsistencies are going to come up. And that's when followers of you are not going to be very trustworthy of your leadership. And that's when people are going to start doubting and questioning you, your leadership capabilities, your capabilities, and they're probably going to start insulting you as an individual by extension. And that's not something that you want. I wouldn't want that for anybody. But inevitably, you have a choice. And you have freedom. You have freedom, which is the beauty of it all. I made my choices and I've made my decisions, and I don't have any regrets. I would have made mistakes, but I don't have any regrets because I learned from my mistakes. I just hope that some people won't make as many mistakes and actually take heed